Chapter 13. Other Types of Diets. Welcome to our channel. Food as Medicine. You are what you eat. There are numerous diets customized for weight loss diets and improving health. These dietary patterns and eating choices decrease appetite, while others restrict calories, carbohydrates, or fat consumption. However, all or most of these diets claim to be more effective than the other. Thus, it can be difficult for most people to choose which to adopt, try or sustain. Additionally, not every diet is suitable for everyone, and not every diet is medically safe or sustainable over a long period. 1. The vegan diet. The vegan diet restricts every animal product from meals for ethical, environmental, or health reasons. Veganism has also been associated with a fight against animal exploitation and cruelty. However, veganism is the strictest approach of vegetarianism since it eliminates the consumption of meat, eggs, fish, dairy, and even animal-derived products, such as whey, casein, gelatin, honey, albumin, and some forms of vitamin D3. Nonetheless, the vegan diet has been speculated to be very effective in losing weight. Studies have asserted that people who follow the vegan diet often lose weight without counting calories since the diet includes deficient fat and high fiber content, making people satiated and feeling fuller for a longer duration. Vegan diets have been regularly linked with lower body weight and body mass index, BMI, compared to other diets. Even an 18-week study showed that people who followed a vegan diet lost 9.3 pounds, 4.2 kilograms, more than those who followed a controlled diet, even when the vegan participants were allowed to eat until they were full, while the controlled subjects were restricted their calories. Still, when it comes to calories, the vegan diet is not more efficient for losing weight than other diets, and losing weight on a vegan diet is primarily linked with a reduction in calorie consumption. Plant-based diets like vegan have been linked with reducing the risk for type 2 diabetes, stroke, heart disease, cancer, and premature death. Also, reducing or eliminating processed meat consumption may equally lower a person's risk factor of Alzheimer's disease and death from heart disease or cancer. However, since vegan diets remove all animal foods altogether, they may be deficient in several nutrients, including vitamin B12, zinc, calcium, iron, vitamin D, iodine, and omega-3 fatty acids. 2. The Duken Diet. This is a high-protein and low-carbohydrate diet that is merged into 4 phases: weight loss and maintenance. However, how long an individual can remain in each phase depends on how much weight they need to lose. Each phase of the Duken diet has its own dietary plan, and the weight loss stages are usually based on the consumption of unlimited high-protein foods and mandatory oat bran. The other stages entail including non-starchy vegetables, some carbohydrates, and fat. Over time, there will be fewer and lesser consumption of pure protein to maintain the new weight. In a study involving women on the Duken diet, they were asked to eat about 1,000 calories and 100 grams of protein per day, and they lost an average of 33 pounds, 15 kilograms. Several other studies have asserted that a high-protein and low-carb diet may have drastic weight loss benefits, including an increase in metabolic rate, a decrease in the hunger hormone ghrelin, and an increase in various hormones that promote fullness. Apart from weight loss, there is no documented evidence showing the benefits of the Duken diet in scientific literature and reports. There is little quality research on the Duken diet because the diet limits the consumption of both fat and carbohydrate, which is a strategy that is not science-driven. Regardless, the consumption of fat as part of a high-protein diet tends to increase metabolic rate compared to low-carb and low-fat diets. The fat reduction and weight loss promoted by a severe restriction of calories tend to cause a drastic loss of muscles. The loss of muscle mass and severe calorie restriction may also force the body to conserve more energy, making it easier to regain the weight. 3. Low-carb diets. Low-carb diets have been famous for decades, especially for weight loss purposes. There are several types of low-carb diets, and they all involve restricting carbohydrate intake to 20 to 150 grams daily. The primary goal of the low-carb diet is to force the body to expend more fats for energy instead of carbohydrate as a primary source of energy. Low-carb diets emphasize the intake of moderate amounts of protein, high fat, and severely restrict carbohydrates from meals. When carbohydrate consumption is deficient in the body, fatty acids are pushed into the blood and transported to the liver, some of which will be changed to ketones. After that, the body will use fatty acids and ketones in the absence of carbs as its primary energy source. Numerous studies have suggested that low-carb diets are very effective for weight loss, especially in struggling with overweight and obesity. Low-carb diets are very effective in decreasing harmful belly fat, which can become piled around organs. People on very low-carb diets usually enter a metabolic state known as ketosis. Various studies have asserted that ketogenic diets contribute to more than double the weight loss compared with a low-fat or calorie-restricted diet. Low-carb diets also reduce appetite and help people be less hungry, contributing to an automatic reduction in calorie consumption. Additionally, low-carb diets may significantly reduce risk factors linked with several chronic diseases, such as insulin levels, blood pressure, triglycerides, cholesterol levels, and blood sugar levels. However, low-carb diets may not be suitable for all. Though some people may benefit from these diets, others may experience several discomforts and side effects. Some people following a low-carb diet may experience an increase in bad LDL cholesterol. In sporadic cases, it can contribute to a severe health condition called non-diabetic ketoacidosis. This condition is prevalent in lactating women and can be fatal if left untreated. Still, low-carb diets are medically considered healthy and safe for a lot of people. 4. The Paleo diet. The Paleo diet emphasizes that people should eat the same foods their hunter-gatherer ancestors ate before agricultural development. The theory is that most modern diseases can be traced to the Western diet and grains, dairy, and processed foods. Though it is arguable whether this diet pinpoints the same foods the ancestors ate, the results have linked this diet with several overwhelming health benefits. The Paleo diet focuses on whole foods, vegetables, lean protein, nuts, fruits, and seeds but limits processed foods, sugar, dairy, refined carbohydrates, and grains. However, more flexible versions of the Paleo diet also accommodate dairy consumption, such as cheese, butter, tubers, and sweet potatoes. Several studies have asserted that the Paleo diet can contribute to drastic weight loss and reduce the waistline. According to various studies, people who follow a Paleo diet eat fewer carbohydrates, more protein, and about 300 to 900 lower calories daily. The Paleo diet is significant for reducing risk factors of heart diseases, including blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, insulin, and blood triglycerides. Alternatively, the Paleo diet restricts legumes, whole grains, and dairy consumption, but these food items are healthy and nutritious. 5. The ultra-low-fat diet. An ultra-low-fat diet reduces fat intake to under 10% of daily calories. A low-fat diet gets up to 30% of its calories from fat, but studies have asserted that it is ineffective for losing weight in the long term. However, the ultra-low-fat diet had been followed by a lot of people since the typical low-fat diets are not low in fat consumption. And studies have revealed that fat consumption needs to be below 10% of total calories to improve general health and promote weight loss. Therefore, an ultra-low-fat diet contains about 10% or lesser calories from fat, and this diet is primarily plant-based and restricts the intake of animal products. Still, the diet is primarily higher in carbohydrate intake, which constitutes about 80% of calories, and low in protein, about 10% of total calories. This diet has been used for successful weight loss by people who are overweight or obese. In a study conducted on people with obesity, it was found that they lost an average of 140 pounds, 63 kilograms, on an ultra-low-fat diet. Another 8-week study conducted on a 7 to 14% fat diet revealed an average weight loss of 14.8 pounds, 6.7 kilograms. Studies have highlighted that ultra-low-fat diets can lower several risk factors associated with heart disease, including elevated tricycle levels, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and markers of inflammation. This high-carb and low-fat diet can also promote drastic improvements in type 2 diabetes. Additionally, this diet can slow the development of multiple sclerosis, an autoimmune disease that affects the eye's spinal cord, brain, and optic nerves. The restriction of fat may cause long-term complications since fat plays various important roles in the body, such as helping the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins and helping in building cell membranes and hormones. The limitation of several healthy foods and the absence of a variety makes it very hard to sustain. If you are enjoying this video, please subscribe to our channel, Food as Medicine. Subscription is totally free on YouTube by pressing the subscribe button. Also, hit the notifications bell so that you will always be notified of new content on our channels. 6. The HCG diet. The HCG diet is severe and highly restrictive and tends to cause a fast and rapid weight loss of up to 1 to 2 pounds, 0.45 to 1 kilogram, daily. HCG dieters often speculate that the diet boosts metabolism and promotes faster fat loss without inducing hunger. This diet is divided into 3 phases, and during the first phase, people start by taking HCG supplements. During the second phase, people follow an ultra-low-calorie diet that consists of 500 calories daily, along with HCG supplement injections, drops, pellets, or sprays. However, the weight loss stage is prescribed for 3 to 6 weeks at a time. During the third phase, people stop taking HCG and slowly increase their food intake. The HCG diet contributes to weight loss, but several studies concluded that the weight loss results from the ultra-low-calorie diet alone and not the HCG hormone. Furthermore, the HCG supplement was not found to reduce hunger. Apart from weight loss, there is no documented evidence on the benefits of the HCG diet. Like most other ultra-low-calorie diets, the HCG diet may contribute to muscle loss, which reduces the ability to burn calories. The severe calorie restriction further reduces the number of calories the body burns since it thinks it is starving and therefore tries to preserve energy. Most HCG products on the market are fake and don't contain any HCG, and only injections can raise blood levels of this hormone. The HCG diet has several side effects, including fatigue, headaches, and depression. There is equally a report about a woman developing blood clots, which was most likely caused by following the diet. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration does not approve this diet and labels it dangerous, illegal, and fraudulent. Point 7. The Atkins diet. The Atkins diet is arguably the most popular low-carb weight loss diet, and its dieters insist that a person can lose weight by eating as much protein and fat as they like, as long as they limit carbohydrates. The primary reason the low-carb diets are so effective for weight loss is their ability to reduce appetite, which causes a person to eat fewer calories without counting the calories. The Atkins diet is divided into 4 phases. The first phase starts with an induction phase, in which a person eats less than 20 grams of carbohydrates each day for 2 weeks. The other phases involve slowly reintroducing healthy carbohydrate into the diet as a person approaches the weight goal. The Atkins diet has been researched extensively, and it has been found to contribute to faster weight loss than low-fat diets. Other studies assert that low-carb diets are very effective for weight loss, especially in reducing belly fat, which is the most dangerous fat that lodges itself in the abdominal cavity. Various studies found that low-carb diets like the Atkins diet may reduce various risk factors of disease, including blood triglycerides, blood sugar, cholesterol, insulin, and blood pressure. When compared to other weight loss diets, the low-carb diet significantly improves blood sugar, good HDL cholesterol, triglycerides, and other health markers better than others. Like any very low-carb diet, the Atkins diet is very safe and healthy for most people, but it may have drawbacks in rare cases. Thank you. So, eat right. Eat wisely. Be healthy. And be happy. Here ends this video on dieting and weight loss. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our other videos in this series. Food as Medicine. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Goodbye. See you again soon.